Hey, it's Care. Let's dye some paper. Welcome to My Take at the Lake. This is where we're headed. Just a beautiful collection of rainbow papers. I used different things: avocado dye, coffee, food coloring, and cabbage dyeing, which was interesting. Here's the different dyes that I had. Avocado, boiled avocado seeds, peels, with a couple tiny pieces of red onion skin, red cabbage boiled, and then I mixed the two, and I reboiled it, and the last one you see is just miscellaneous, just leftovers. I tried to use a variety of papers. You see music paper, plain paper, copy paper, miscellaneous paper, book pages, whatever kind of paper I have. Pour some in the pan. Not too complicated. I don't do one sheet at a time. Who has that kind of time? I throw in some paper. These are not single sheets. And I layer it kind of like lasagna. Some paper, some liquid, some paper, some liquid, some paper, some liquid. I also did index cards, all different shapes and sizes. I kind of mush them down with my hands, muck them all around just to get them messy. This is the red cabbage dye. You can see it's very purple. Then I mixed everything together and I ended up with that gray. These are the avocado dye coming out of the oven. Very, very vibrant. What I learned from making bone broth years ago was that cider vinegar draws vitamins and minerals out of the bones and the vegetables. So I threw a little bit of cider vinegar in with my avocado peels, seeds, and red onion skins. And I think that's why it got so deep and vibrant. I'll try it again. Maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe I just had super crazy avocado skins, but I don't think so. I think it was the cider vinegar. Again, just no rhyme or reason. This was the mixture. Half cabbage, half avocado. Could have been the cabbage, not sure exactly. This is what was left over after that first round of dyeing. Some of it when it was dry. Again, that avocado is so vibrant. The gray was kind of cool, the mixture of the two. I think it's funny the red lines disappeared. This is gray, just a mixture of everything. Stuff baking in the oven. How exciting. When I bake it at about 280. My oven runs a little hot. And at first I do it in these pans, and I just constantly rotate it and flip it and pull out the dry ones on top as they pull away from the rest of the herd. I use my convection oven feature. The fan speeds up the process considerably. I have a whole video on that. But I've since tried it different ways, and I like that almost better. Again, this is the end product. It's a lot of work. But it's so worth it to have so many options and colors and papers to just pick from, to just stencil, to just stamp, to just grab and use. I love having done this. However, I learned a lot with the cabbage thing. Holy smokers. The longer you boil cabbage, the stronger it gets. course, I was boiling it a long time to get the strongest color. I also got the strongest smell. And I didn't realize that it would linger so long. My room stunk to high heaven, so I put out baking soda and coffee grounds, hoping that would absorb the smell from the papers. And it did a little bit. It made a little bit of a difference. I have since learned, and unfortunately I'm drawing a blank, I'll link it in the description below, but there are a couple things you can do to avoid that. Perhaps one of those is put a clove or two, the spice, the regular clove, not ground clove of course, a real clove or two, in with the cabbage when it's boiling. That may cut out some of the odor. And I think I heard something about rubbing alcohol, but I don't know if it's kosher to boil rubbing alcohol or not, so we'll have to see. Unfortunately, this was not doing the trick at all. It took some of the smell out of the room, but did nothing, of course, for the paper. So I put all the papers in these baggies filled with coffee grounds and packed them in as much as I could, hoping that the coffee grounds again would soak up some of that odor. Again, it may have helped, it may not, I'm not sure. Again, it may work a little bit, but not much. So then I got out the bay leaves and cloves, and I threw bay leaves and cloves into the bags for a while. Now these are over the course of days and days. It's not just, oh, it didn't work in 10 minutes, I think I'll try something else. I let them sit like this for days and days, and they still stunk. So I took them outside for some fresh air and some sunshine. I put them in this basket, inside this basket, because as you'll see here in a few minutes, the wire basket doesn't quite fit in the other basket, and so it's lifted, and with all the holes it was getting total air circulation without blowing away, which was awesome, because after all that work I didn't want to have to sort them out. So they're up off the ground, so they're getting air top, bottom, and from all sides. I kept them out all day and overnight because, you know, the more fresh air the better, right? Right, look at all that sunshine. However, it rained. Look how crinkly they are. They all got wet. Yeah, this is the most complicated paper dyeing that ever was. But looky there. How pretty. Yeah. Rain fresh. Did they smell perfect afterward? No, they did not. I ended up having to... I put them all in my storage thing next to my desk, and I shoved bounce dryer sheets every third page, and now they smell oh so linen fresh. The next weekend I did it all again with coffee dyeing. Same process, pour paper, bake, convection oven, iron. And again, so happy to have all of these papers at my fingertips ready to go anytime. A variety of papers, book pages, index cards, blah, blah, blah. The end result was way worth it. I love my papers. I recently had to dye a whole bunch more because I used up most of these, and I have a whole new process and some whole new colors to show you. So we'll check that out another day. I hope this helped more than confuse. I did not intend to... I thought it'd be easier to do a video with the pictures. I just kept snapping pictures. I thought, well, I'll string them all together later. Next time I'll just video it. And the process is always changing. Every time I do it differently because I've learned more. either from videos or from the last time I did it or whatever. So it always changes. So I will do another updated version, but I had all these pictures I wanted to show you. And the whole cabbage stink thing. Holy Hannah. And you've heard me talk about, maybe you haven't, my eco-dyeing fail. This, oddly enough, was not it. No. There's an even bigger fail to come. If I can find that video, I will pull it out and show that to you too as what not to do. All kinds of things to look forward to here at My Take at the Lake. But for now, My Take at the Lake is out.